Greetings, Duelists, and welcome to a new deck report. This is Season 7, which means this is our first list involving the next Forbidden Limited list. The first video we're going to do involves Maliss. As you guys already know, Maliss took a very big hit. White Binder being gone actually changes a lot of the deck structure. Before we get to the deck profile at hand, I kind of want to give a shout out. Shout out to Rico Carlos. I've talked about him in this channel before. He is one of the best players who play Maliss, and this madman did a video 3 weeks ago showcasing a list without White Binder. So if you guys are interested in a more polished, more refined list, I will post it in the description as well as the description to his channel. But without further ado, let's begin. Before I show the list, something I have to say is we are in a very experimental phase. I'm pretty sure that Rico is on the same playing field as well. He's probably trying to figure stuff out on his own, despite the already polished list that he already had. But the way I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna show you everything that I have on my list at the moment and stuff that you can alternate in between. Again, if you want a more refined list, look at Rico's list. If you want my take on Maliss and the way I'm playing the deck, then you should see, you should look into the stuff that I play on this list. Without further ado, let's begin. So we got one Dormouse, we got 2 White Rabbits, we got 1 Chessy Cat, and we'll talk about this. We got the 3 Marshares. I am still on Super Quantums, and I actually still think Super Quantums is a really strong engine for this deck. And if you haven't tried it out, I really do highly recommend it. I don't think White Binder's ban changes this at all. So 2 blue, 2 red, Zaytan, and Black Layer. That's it for the Quantums. One thing I'm doing different now than I've done before is we are adding the Attic Nisters. If you've been on this channel and have seen my lists, you know that I was not playing this engine for a long time. Now with the ban of White Binder, I feel like this deck lost a really high potential in the ceiling. So pairing both the Quantums and the Attic Nisters makes the ceiling of the deck extremely high, at least to the level that it was when I was playing it with White Binder. So 3 backups and 1 wizard. I've played 1 backup and 1 wizard in the past, and the problem that I ended up having is drawing into both of them like very quickly, or drawing into the wizard before drawing into the backup, and it was kind of awkward. You also have to know how to sequence your deck correctly, because this engine does conflict with Quantums. Quantums are not Cybers monsters, so if you do end up using Wizard, you are getting Cybers locked. So keep that in mind if you're going to play these engines together. And that's it for the monsters. We'll talk about other supplementary monsters like Bestials in a moment. So for other engine requirements, we got 3 emergency teleports, the 1 layer 19, 2 undergrounds, gold sarcophagus. Since Red Ramson is still legal, we still play Maliss in the Mirror. I've seen lists in the OCG where they cut this card entirely because Red Ramson is not in their list, in their lists. But since Red Ramson is here in the TCG, you should play Maliss in the Mirror. And this is not mandatory, but I am playing Terraforming. It's just like the same role as Gold Sarcophagus. It's just a Maliss extender. And then you have the 3 Maliss traps. Depending on your skill level with this deck, you could like shave off either 11 and or 06. But I feel like at the level that we are right now in the experimental phase, we're going to keep all 3 traps. And if you do the count, I think that's 29 cards. So we are missing 11 cards out of this list. And this is the when we're talking about alternatives. So one alternative that you can take is the hand trap approach, which means like playing stuff like Impulse, Fua, like Shifter, Bestials, like Ash Blossom Droll, like you name it, like Nibiru. That is one approach that you can take, just playing like a minimalistic hand trap approach. I don't feel like you need that many hand traps in non-engine. I feel like the Quantum engine is really strong into boards if you know how to structure that correctly. I feel like the deck itself should be okay against this current ceiling of other decks that are in the current format. We will get more powerful ceiling decks moving forward, like for example Exo Sister, if they go first specifically, and branded variants. Well, we'll talk about that in a future video. So that's it for now when it comes to these. So the approach that I took with the deck, and this is strictly from my testing and my experience. Again, if you want something more refined and more normal, just go watch Rico Carlos' list. And I'm pretty sure that he'll probably make an update very soon after as well. But the approach that I took is I'm playing 2 extra Chessy Cats. The consensus of playing extra Chessy Cats means that I'm playing Allure of Darkness. And alongside this, I am playing the Vision engine with a few quick play spells. And other non-engine that I forgot to mention is Talents and Callby. Like, you can just not play these at all, but that is the approach that I took. I really like this engine. I actually topped every single locals that I played with this engine in the deck. So if it's not broken, why fix it, right? So that is my current list at the moment, the one with the power spells. Now let's go to the extra deck, and the extra deck is gonna have some implications into it. And after I show you the extra deck, I'm gonna show you one particular combo that I did not show on the last Underground video. So if you're watching this and haven't seen the last Welcome to the Underground episode, I do highly recommend you watch that episode. We will show in that episode we show a bunch of other combos that are very similar to the one I'm about to show, but this is one particular combo that is not on that video. So it kind of gives you the incentive of watching both videos if you want to see like the different variations. So this is a proxy. The card that like I'm showcasing here is Link Disciple. I don't own the Link Disciple. I thought I owned the Link Disciples, but it's kind of just misplaced. So bear with me in mind. That Artemis is Link Disciple. Besides that, we got Lingeribo, Cyber's Wicked, Cherubini, because we're playing the Quantums. Nightmare Phoenix, this is like a fringe choice that I've made with picking this card. Lizardos, SP, Decode Talker, Heat Soul, Red Ramson, Heartscriptor, Access Code Talker, Ally Code Talker, and then you have Gramples and the Magna Liger. If you did the count, this is 14 cards in the extra deck. So we're missing one more spot. That spot can be alternated. So these are the options at hand. If you saw the Underground video, you saw Firewall Dragon be involved. Link Spider is very important if you want to play around Nibiru, the Primal Being. Although there are some quantum lines that do play around Nibiru, it really just depends on the deck structure and your experience with the deck. I do highly recommend Link Spider if you are still on a rudimentary level. And then you have Saryuja Skuldred. I've been playing Saryuja Skuldred in Maliss like for around 3 to 4 weeks now, and there is a really cool combo that you can do involving this card, and you will see this combo in this video. So that's it for the list at the moment. Let's go straight to the combo. Again, if you want to see more combos like this one, go watch the Underground episode. I was recommended to make 2-card combos, so if you guys are interested in those, feel free to let me know in the comments. Besides the already aforementioned people that brought it up on the last video. So, the combo involves Super Quantum Blue Layer. I will make more dedicated Maliss combos not involving this card, but I figured it's more than fair to talk about the Quantum Engine since it is the primary engine that I am playing at the moment. So you're going to activate blue, normal summon blue. You also have 3 emergency teleport, so you have a lot of copies of blue in your deck. So you're gonna summon blue, and blue is gonna add you layer 19. I'm going to go very slowly on this combo since I'm not in DB form. So you got blue. Blue is gonna activate the Super Quantum Black, and Super Quantum Black, well, layer 19 rather, I should say that. With layer 19, I am going to summon Super Quantal Fairy Zaytan. If you don't know what these cards do, feel free to watch the older Maliss videos. But essentially, this card is going to tribute itself for cost and send a Quantum card for cost, which will be the red layer. And we're going to special summon from the deck another red layer. There are variations of these combos that involve the black layer, and if you want to see 2-card combos in this deck, then this will be one in the future. But for now, we're going to do this one. Red layer is going to grab Zaytan from our graveyard back to our hand. Zaytan, since we control a Quantum monster, can special summon itself from the hand, and its level becomes the level of a Quantum monster on the field. We're going to summon Zaytan, and this Zaytan will become level 3. Since we got 2 level 3 monsters, we're going to grab blue and Zaytan, and with them, we're going to overlay into, well, not overlay, link summon into Cherubini, Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. So now that we got this card summoned, this is the reason why the Quantum Engine is really strong in this deck. We're going to use Cherubini, and with Cherubini, we are going to send the Maliss name. In past combos, I usually would have sent White Rabbit first, but for this particular line, we're going to use Dormouse. And you will understand why I am sending Dormouse specifically later on. We're going to grab these two, make Haggard Lizardos. Red Quantum is going to activate. This brings back a Quantum from your graveyard. So this brings back the Super Quantum Blue layer. This is our graveyard at the moment. We're going to use Haggard Lizardos effect. We're going to banish the Dormouse. We're going to pay 300, and we're going to summon the Dormouse. We're going to use Dormouse effect, and we're going to banish a Maliss name from our deck. The Maliss that we're banishing is going to be White Rabbit. We're going to pay 300, and White Rabbit will hit the board. And we're going to use White Rabbit's effect, and with White Rabbit, we're going to set TB11. So we're at this point at the moment. We're going to grab the Lizardos and one of the Maliss names, and we're going to summon Red Ramson. Red Ramson effect is going to activate, and Red Ramson is going to add us Maliss in the Mirror. So Maliss in the Mirror is in our hand. We're going to flip the TB11, and we're going to banish the Red Ramson. And with the TB11, we are summoning Maliss P. Chessy Cat. We're going to put this cat upside down to let it know that it is summoned by TB11, and its effect is frozen at the moment. We're going to activate the Red Ramson. Red Ramson is going to return to our board from banishment, and it will banish a Cyber's monster. We are going to banish the Marsh Hare. We're going to pay 300. Marsh Hare is going to return to our hand. So at the moment in our hand, we have Maliss in the Mirror and we have the Marsh Hare. Now, we are going to do this, and this is why banishing Dormouse is a little bit more important than banishing like White Rabbit. The sequence does matter, specifically because we're going to grab Red Ramson and Rabbit. You can grab Chessy Cat as well. It really doesn't matter who you grab as long as you use Red Ramson as the material. And you're going to summon Cyber's Wicked. Now we're going to link away the Chessy Cat into our proxy of Mint Disciple. We're going to use Cyber's Wicked because a monster hit the zone where it points to. We're going to banish the Chessy Cat from our graveyard, and it's going to add us a Tuner Cyber's monster, which is where the backup Administer comes in. And the ceiling of the deck is a lot higher than other Quantum builds that I've done in the past. That is because we're playing the Administer monsters. You're trading a little bit of consistency for it, but I feel like the way the deck is structured, it should be consistent enough. Maliss P. Chessy Cat comes back, paying 300. And we've already cycled through every single Maliss name, which means there's not much else to cycle on. At least every main deck Maliss name has been cycled. The only one that hasn't been cycled yet is Red Heartscriptor. So you can change or alternate the sequence here. Ideally, you should have more cards in your hand. There is a world where you can just discard the Maliss in the Mirror or discard the Marsh Hare, but since we control a Cyber's monster, we are going to special backup. Backup is going to be summoned into our board, and backup is going to add us a Dark Cyber's monster. And the Dark Cyber's monster that we're adding is going to be the Wizard. Something really cool about the Administers is if you have multiple Quantums in your hand, like for example, like a Black Layer, for example, you can discard this and they do get their effect. One important thing I forgot to mention through the half of this combo, Super Quantum Blue Layer has the effect to return Quantum cards back to your deck, which can be important depending on what other Quantums you have in your hand. So we're at this point of the combo at the moment. So now that we're here at this spot, we're going to use Chessy Cat's effect. And with Chessy Cat, we're going to banish Maliss in the Mirror. Maliss in the Mirror is banished. We draw 2 cards. And now the Maliss in the Mirror gets to activate and is going to add us a Maliss by banishing a Maliss. We're going to banish TB11. And since we're banishing a trap card, that means we get a Maliss trap card. The Maliss trap card that we're going to add for this specific video is going to be GWC06. You can grab MTP07 if you wish. The reason I'm doing 06, it is a deck building or deck board consensus rather. With Radiant Typhoon becoming very popular in the future, Mystical Space Typhoon is going to be everywhere. And if you want to structure your interruptions with MTP07 better against your opponent, then you rather have it in your main deck so you can fetch it later with the White Rabbit than have it already set on board, risking it to be sniped by Mystical Space Typhoon. So for that explanation alone, we're going to grab GWC06. So we're at this point. If you saw the Underground episode, you already know how the combos usually go from here. We're going to switch it up a little bit. And the way we're switching it up is we're going to grab these 4 monsters on board. And with these 4 monsters, we are making the Saryuja Skuldred. Remember when I talked about it a little bit in the profile? Yeah. So Saryuja hits the board. Saryuja draws us 4 more cards. In which out of those 4 cards, you return 3. So we're just returning 3. But essentially, we've drawn into our deck 7 cards. So we're here at this point. You should have these 6 cards in your hand. This should be your hand count at the moment. Since we still control a Cyber's monster special summon from the extra deck, we can activate the Wizard, and Wizard can special summon by summoning a monster in our graveyard. We can summon the Chessy Cat here. Also, I forgot to bring up, you can chain block the Saryuja with the Super Quantum Blue layer. So if you feel like your opponent is holding Ash Blossom or holding like a reactive hand trap to Saryuja's effect, you can make those cards miss timing or just miss the target by using the Blue Quantum. Another note is by activating the Blue Quantum, you can also manipulate whatever you're going to draw out of Saryuja in the off chance you want to draw into more Quantums, or you want to draw into, or you don't want to draw the Quantums. So that's one important mention that I have to make here. Just TLDR, just remember, blue layer does have a graveyard effect, and you can chain block alongside Saryuja with that effect. So now we're at this point. We have Wizard and we have Chessy Cat. So we're going to grab these 3. And before we grab these 3, something else we can do before we miss it. Yeah, we can grab these 3. These 3 is going to make the Heart Scripter. Or you can just grab everyone and just make ally code if you wish. So This is one of the end words. This is a different, slightly end word than we've seen on past videos. There is another alternative to this combo where you don't have Cyber's Wicked, and you end up using your entire board for Saryuja, including the Wicked. But the trade is that after you do all of that, you get to summon like the Heat Soul in the process, and that draws you another card. So I put it here because it's off screen. So you essentially have a 6-card hand alongside like whatever happens on the board. If you want to see this variation of the combo, let's just go back. Let's go back to before Saryuja. And this is where the first Saryuja combo ends. So the Saryuja is back into our deck. The Wicked should be top. And we had all, this was in our hand. This was the board, right? So we're at this point. This is the second variation of the Saryuja combo. You grab Wicked and you grab the Disciple, and you make Heat Soul. Heat Soul draws us 1 card, and then you can go and grab all of these. And you make the Saryuja. Let's see if I can. The Saryuja is right here. And then the Saryuja is going to draw us 4 cards. And we return. So let's return 1. And this is our hand count at the moment. We have currently 7 cards. So this is our hand at the moment. With Saryuja's effect, or if you wish, you can use Marsh Hare's effect, but I feel like you should keep Marsh Hare's. You shouldn't be using Marsh Hare effect in the off chance you draw into another Marsh Hare. You can go Saryuja, special the Marsh Hare, link away the Marsh Hare, and this requires another link one. So we're going to use Lingerebo. And now we're going to Wizard, bring back Marsh. And with all of these, we make the Cryptor. Or, if you wish to structure it a little bit differently, we're at this point. You can grab the Saryuja and these two, and this, all these into the Cryptor. And if you have a way to summon like another Marsh Hare, or if you wish to use the GWC, which I only recommend you using the GWC if you have another Marsh Hare in hand. Which, you know, you drew like around 7 cards, so it's a really likely possibility, right? But there is a world where you, after GWC, banish the banish the Cryptor, bring something back, Cryptor comes back, and then you turn all of these into Allied Code Talker. And then with Allied Code Talker, you bring back the Heat Soul, and you bring back the Red Ransom. But be mindful, if you do that combo that way, you already exhausted your Marsh Hare and you exhausted GWC06. But the trade-off is that you drew around 7 to 8 cards, and Heat Soul is gonna draw us another card in the future. And this is where the non-engine part of the deck is important when you build the deck and structure it correctly. Alright. So those are the Saryuja combos. If you don't want to play Saryuja, again, you have Firewall or Link Spider as potential options. Again, you don't have to play the power spell build of the deck with a bunch of trap cards, a bunch of spell cards. You can just play a hand trap build instead. Shoutouts to Rico Carloa again. And yeah, that's all I got for you guys today. Again, this is a pilot episode. This is an experimental phase for Maliss. We will figure out like what are the best ratios moving forward. But for now, I think this is what I got for you guys today. Until next time, keep practicing and keep dueling. Maliss best deck.